Right, I'll just say Slim Sloppy Joes. I think I did. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm coming. I'm still here. I'm still here. If you can hear me, I'm still here. Hopefully, it says Slim Sloppy Joes on the Facebook page. If not, I'll fix it later. Whatever. Somebody come on here and tell me, does it say Slim Sloppy Joes on Facebook and YouTube, or does it say devotions for this video? I forgot to change. Good morning. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Michelle. Hello, my friends. It does say Slim Sloppy. Sloppy Slim, Slim Sloppy. Awesome. Did anybody else get Slim Shady song in their head when I said Slim Sloppy? They want I'm sloppy, yes, I'm the real sloppy. All you other Slim Sloppies are just. Never mind. I'm not going to rap. It's not that good. I'm not that good at it. Also, you don't need to judge me for liking Eminem, okay? He hits hard. All right. Hello. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Mallory. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Mallory again. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Faith. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Carolyn. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to put a 1-plop creamy drop into my coffee. I love these things, y'all. These are just fabulous, just so you know. Right. Will the real Slim Sloppy please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Yes, I'm the real Slim Sloppy. I bet Eminem would think I'm really cool. I bet he'd be like, that girl can slap. She's really good. 45 years old and she's hitting hard with the rapping. I'm going to make sloppy joes for breakfast because I can after I mix up my little 1-plop creamy drop. Who's made these? I know Wetzel has. Anybody else made the 1-plop creamy drops? Because they're quite fabulous. Watch how creamy my coffee's about to get as this fully dissolves. Look at it. Whoop. Spraying everywhere. Whoa, I just flung it everywhere. Look at that. Look at my creamy coffee. So good. And they taste good. They're, for me, the sweetener that I put in here is just the right amount of sweet. I don't have to add anything. They're so good. And that little plop of gelatin. All right, let's make some sloppy joes. I wanted to show you. Listen, I put this over here. I'm going to move it closer to the camera. And you keep an eye on that and watch what happens. You may or may not be able to see it in the camera, but if you watch carefully, you will see this bloop, bloop, bloop. You watch. See if I can get some of the bubbles to activate. They'll start to form little colonies of bubbles, okay? My fermented veggies are perfection right now. They are perfection. All right. Here's what I'm going to make my sloppy joes out of. You can make them out of ground beef, or you can make them out of ground turkey, or chicken breast. Ground, I think it's funny. Instead of saying ground chicken breast, it just says ground white chicken meat. Are we not allowed to say breast anymore? Is there any meat on the chicken that's white that is not breast? I don't think there is. Isn't the only white meat on a boob? Isn't the only white meat on a bird from the boobular area? Or do chickens have white meat in other spots? Do they got white meat booties? Do they got white meat wings? No, they don't. So there's white meat on the wings, Bonnie? I thought that was all dark meat. This says ground white chicken meat. Can we also say, or can we also, there is white meat on wings? Well, can we all just take a moment. I did not know that about wings. Wangs, chicken wangs. I also would like to take a moment to appreciate Lowe's Foods labeling of this. Instead of it just saying ground white chicken, it says ground white chicken meat, as though there's chicken that is not meat. Chicken meat. Thank you, Lowe's, for clarifying that it is meat. Because if I didn't read that, I would have questioned if it was actually meat or not. My grandmother used to call bologna meat, and I loved that about my gummy. All right, let's cook up some chicken meat. Ground white chicken meat, which apparently could be a little bit of chicken wings in there. I'm just gonna cook up a little bit of this. How much is in here? 1 pound. So let's see, how much do you think? Right? I agree, Jackie. So are we saying that Lowe's is lacking in common sense, or the people shopping? There's also lemon juice in here, which I find oddly odd that there's lemon juice in my chicken. It's ground white chicken meat with lemon juice. And it's vegetarian. Wait, what? Oh, vegetarian fat. I thought it was 100% vegetarian. 100% vegetarian fat. It is not vegetarian meat, unfortunately. But it is also simply superior, according to the label. It says it's simply superior chicken. All right, the other thing. Okay, one more thing that I'd like to laugh about labels. Okay, just for a moment. Everybody's all like, oh, it's antibiotic free. I should buy antibiotic free chicken. It says no antibiotics ever. And then at the bottom it says, oh, by the way, hormones. Oh, it says no hormones ever. No hormones ever. Like it's some big amazing thing. And then down the bottom it says, oh, by the way, hormones are not actually permitted by the federal government. So the fact that there's no hormones is because it's the law, not because they're responsible chicken people. All right. I want, how much protein is in this? Does it say somewhere on my chicken meat label? Chicken meat right here. 4 ounces, which is 1/4 of this. Well, it says Lowe's. It says Lowe's. I mean, Lowe's probably didn't label it, but it is Lowe's label. It is a Lowe's chicken. 23 grams in 1/4 of this. So that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to cut this in quarters. Is there anybody else here that would have cut it like this in quarters, but then looked at it and realized you could cut it this way and it makes more sense? That was just a big revelation to me. I don't know, Cindy. Maybe that's why they're so fat, because they don't have no hormones. Chickens. Let's spray the pan a little, because I have a feeling that this chicken meat is going to stick to the pan because there's no fat in it. And there's no fat because there's no hormones. No, I don't know. Ground white chicken meat going into the pan. Whew, I'm glad it's meat. That doesn't look like a whole lot. I'm going to be honest. 23 grams. I could do another 1/4 of this and be okay. All right. I could do this. I could do another 1/4 because that would be 32 grams, and that's better. Well, no, I don't need that. I don't. Stop it, KJ. I've got egg whites. My eyes are getting ahead of me. My belly, you know what I'm saying. My eyes, a 1/4 of that is sufficient. It actually calls for 2 pounds, but I'm just doing a tad bit. So I'm adding seasoning blend from the bag. It calls for 2 cups, but I'm just going to put a sprinkle of this blend, which is, okay, here's the blend, okay? There's the onions and 1 green pepper. That's the blend. I'm just going to throw a little of that in there. Probably more than that because that's not enough veggies to feed anyone. All right. I'm probably supposed to cook up the ground white chicken meat first, but I'm not gonna because I don't need to because it's my recipe or it's has passed away. I'm going to throw everything in the pan together. That's right. You're right. You're right, Meredith. It's my sloppy Joe, and I'll do what I want. There are some particular measurements here for making this sloppy Joe. I'm not going to follow any of them. I'm just going to add the ingredients. I don't care how much. I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little of that. That's tomato sauce. And this is tomato paste. And I'm going to squirt a little of that in there. And then it calls for some seasoning. Oh, it calls for mustard. I forgot mustard. Got to have the mustard. Where is it? Right here. Slap a little of that in there. I don't know, just a squirt. Not too much. Get this up too. I know, it's shocking. Why follow measurements? They're only a suggestion. It calls for some water. I'm not going to do that yet. I'll put that if I need it. But it calls for the regular seasonings that you could imagine, okay? I've got some Celtic salt and then the other things that usually go in a sloppy Joe. I'm just going to slap them in there. If you want to know the exact amounts and the exact ingredients, then go look it up in the cookbook because it's their cookbook, not mine. So you'll have to go look it up. I just ran out of onion powder in my fully stocked house that I really don't need to go to the grocery store. I just ran out of onion powder, which means now I'll have to go to the grocery store and spend $76 on things that I didn't really need. Where's my chili powder? Chili, right here. I got the fancy chili powder over at the Dollar Tree. It was a whole $1. I got the good stuff. We're quality ingredients over here. There's some sweetener and some vinegar in there. Oh, cayenne. I want some cayenne. Should I do chipotle instead? No, I'll do cayenne. Let's do a little cayenne in there. I wish my family, ooh, that's a lot of cayenne. I wish my family would eat these. But they won't. So I'll make a single serve. Here's something, a little splash of vinegar, and here's something that I add to my sloppy joes every time I make them, even though it is not on the recipe list, because I think it adds a whole bunch of yum, and that is a little bit of Bragg's. I just like the way it tastes. And I put it in the cupboard right behind the Smucker's Magic Shell. That's where that goes. Oh, yes, you're right. It was $1.25 Dollar Tree. I have to buy the giant Goya garlic and onion. Where do you get that? At the Sam's Club? Now I'm going to break up my chicken now that everything is already in there. It says you're supposed to cook your chicken with your onions first, but really, what's the point? What difference does it make? It doesn't make any. Ooh, it smells good. I can tell I put way too much mustard in there, but that's okay. I like mustard. Now I'm going to add some water. I wasn't going to add the water until I knew how much I actually needed, but I need a fair amount because she's dry. Put a little water in there and let it run down the front of your stove. And then let it cook down. And it'll be all good. Here's what I'm going to put it on. If you don't have these, Worcestershire is good too. Yes, I agree. Worcestershire. I like that stuff too. You eat moldy blueberries for? I just flung an onion at the screen. What? What do you mean, Bonnie? Are they supposed to be refrigerated? Really? It doesn't say that. Actually, it says best refrigerated. So apparently it would taste better if I refrigerated it. But does anybody see my shirt? Did anybody notice nobody mentioned my shirt? Let me just push it out there a little so you can see it better. Nobody mentioned my fabulous shirt. This is the best shirt ever. It says best refrigerated, but not that it has to be. It's probably better if you do that, but my fridge is so full of crap. Anyway, does anybody see my shirt? Wash your sister. Yeah, wash your sister sauce. All right, here's what I'm going to make to go with this. The words are backwards. Really? Do I need to adjust my camera? It says idiot sandwich. Idiot sandwich. All right, I'm going to put this over my favorite little bread. And that is Swiss bread. If you're not making Swiss bread, first of all, get yourself a little silicone mini loaf pan because they make fun things funner. Okay, I'm gonna make, let me turn that heat down. She's cranking. I'm gonna make a little Swiss bread. Swiss bread is good in a waffle maker. He's a little low on my chest. Oh my gosh, did I spill coffee on Gordon already? That doesn't surprise me. I went into the car dealership with a big old stain on the front of my shirt yesterday. I thought, I'm going to walk into that car dealership and they're going to say, she's not able to buy that car. Look at the way she looks. My hair was stringy, pulled back in a hat. It was terrible. It was terrible. I looked awful. But they sold me the car. They ran my credit and said, oh, she has good credit. Listen, I would like to announce that my credit score is higher than one could possibly imagine. They came out with my credit score and I felt a little, I was like, yes, that's right. That's my credit score. Thank you very much. It is almost at the maximum. The guy even said, I don't think I've ever seen a credit score that high. And I said, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I've taken good care of my credit score. And that made me very proud. And so I am bragging this moment right now. I am bragging because it's hard work to get your, don't put the whole egg in there. The whole egg does not belong in the Swiss bread, just the egg white. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to me. I'm proud. Doesn't mean I have money. It just means I've taken good care of what I did have. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you clapping. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, shut up, KJ. Make your Swiss bread. 2 egg whites. You could use carton if your daughter was able to find them in the grocery store, but my daughter was not able to find them. That's right. That's what we're talking about in Mindset March. You need to compliment yourself once in a while. When somebody compliments you, you need to say, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That has to be your response. If you're in my group coaching this month, if you are in my group coaching and somebody anywhere in your life says to you, oh, you look nice, or oh, I like your shirt, or oh, your hair looks pretty, your required response for the month is, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's it. You're not allowed to say, oh, I know, but oh, I have a long way to go with my weight loss, or oh, I bought this shirt on clearance. Your response is required to be, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Sweetener. My earbuds are wonky. I hope you guys can still hear me. They keep sounding like they're shutting off. I think there's something wrong with my my AirPods. All right, this is on page 196 of Trim Healthy Cookbook. And this is such a fabulous recipe. You can make up a bulk mix, and you know what? That is genius. I should have thought of that before. I think I'll do that. What did you say, Faith? What was your response to the chiropractor? Did you say, thank you? I appreciate that. It's even better if you can curtsy, which I can't because my leg hurts really bad from gardening. I hate gardening. My leg is really sore. All right. I bet if Epicure doesn't sell these little mini pans, you can get them on Amazon from some other company. Just silicone. Doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. Just get them. I'll share a link to these later to a nice little silicone mini loaf pan. I love these things. I put my Swiss bread right in them. And I also like to do Brianna's. I like this way you don't have to do another bowl. Just mix it up. I also like Brianna's cornbread in here. If you look up Brianna, whatever, B. Thomas, if you look up her recipe for cornbread and bean bowl, cornbread in a bowl, bean bowl, something like that, it's on her website. Cornbread bowl, I think it's called. It's a single serve, and I use that in here, and it's fabulous. Okay. I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, it says right here. Mallory, I'd like to tell you why this is called Swiss bread. We call this Swiss bread because, like Switzerland, it doesn't take sides. It's not an S or an E. It's just Switzerland. It doesn't choose sides. How long are we supposed to cook this? I forget every time. 13 to 15 minutes or 1 minute in the microwave. Okay. I'm going to do 1 minute and 20 seconds. And please hold tight for a moment. I'm going to shut off my AirPods because I'm getting feedback. Hold on. Okay, Uncle, hello. I'm going to turn you around for a moment. You can look at my camera and let me switch my settings. If it will let me. Oh, hold on. Don't get dizzy. Sorry. Settings. Audio. Okay. Sorry, I'm messing up. Okay, switch you back. I know that was so much fun. I'm sure you thoroughly enjoyed that. My apologies. Can you hear me okay? I'm having some issues with my AirPods. I think they need to go back to Apple and be fixed. They're not working. Oh, Jennifer Griffin, thank you so much. Yes, that's the recipe. I love that. There. Can you hear me all right? All right, good, better. Sorry about that. My AirPods are not functioning. All right, so I put this here so you could all watch it bubble, but I guess it's done bubbling. So that really wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. So let me move that back over here. But I would like to show you what I have made the last few days. I've fermented veggies, which I've been telling you about. And I have a whole pile of them over there. These ones are now finished now that I've eaten half of them. And that one is now finished. So I'm going to put that in the fridge with this cover right here. That's going to go in the fridge because the fermentation process is done. I don't want it to ferment anymore because it would be too pickly. So I ran out of weights. So here's the weight that I used. It was the end of a romaine. Okay. That it was the end of that. So these are half eaten. Yesterday I scooped them out and ate them with my lunch. And the entire time that I was doing that, my husband was complaining that what I was eating stunk. So there's that. But I'm gonna eat a big old pile of these with my breakfast. Big old, look at those. Tell me they're not yummy. You can get this recipe right on my website. Just go to my website. It's right on the front page. I need to drain out some of that liquid. Too much. I'm going to eat the rest of these. And they are going to fill my belly. They taste amazeballs. And they're going to help shut down some food noise. My water level dipped down in my big jar of veggies. Should I add a little more water? You can. You're not going to ruin them. If the veggies are above the water level, Carrie, they can mold. And so when you open your jar, before you like dive your hand in or mix it around, just carefully look and see if there's anything growing on the top. And if there are, you can just gently scoop it off. They'll be fine. Everything below it is perfectly fine. But even if there's a little bit above the water, I know the whole rule is the veggies have to stay below the water, but I have had no issue even when it gets a touch above. It's fine. And it's not like sitting way above the water. It's just sitting in the water. It's fine. Is it true that the more ACV you have, the less sugar? It's possible. I know that it can help for some people. I've tried that. It hasn't really done, vinegar hasn't done me a whole heck of a lot. But I'll tell you what, these fermented veggies shut down the food noise in a hurry. They're like the food noise police. I got way too much juice on my plate. All right, let's get my bread, my cutesy little loaf. I like Brianna's cornbread recipe better than the Swiss bread, but the Swiss bread is easy to mix up. My stomach is growling. Look at my cute little loaf of bread. Isn't it cute? It would be wise to put your fermented veggies and all their juice into a bowl on the side. Sheila, the reason ACV gives you heartburn is because your pH balance in your gut. Uh-oh, I'm not a doctor. Let me clarify. The pH balance in your gut is off. And so if your pH balance in your gut is off, the vinegar takes a while to settle that down. The thing about vinegar is it's acidic outside of your body and alkalinic inside. Is alkalinic a word? Alkaline inside your body. So when you take the vinegar in, it will help fix your pH balance and help you reduce heartburn over time. So you'd be wise, if you can, to continue to try to get ACV with the mother, to drink it some every day in something, in a sipper or something, because it will help. No, Wendy, I mean, maybe, but I don't do it that way. I start with fresh water every time. I'm gonna slice my Swiss bread. Hi, Sebastian. Hello, $1 Million Dog. How are you? Usually when, okay, these are little, they didn't raise that much. Usually when I do Brianna's, it's nice and tall. Okay. So I would have made little tiny sandwiches just to be cute. But this didn't rise very tall the way Brianna's does. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna lay it on my plate and I'm gonna pour my sloppy joe over it. And guess what fuel this is? Does anybody have a guess? Can anybody guess? Test time. What fuel is my brekkie? Yeah, baby. It's a fuel pole because I used ground chicken breast meat, ground chicken meat for my sloppy joes. There's no added fat in there. I used egg whites in my Swiss bread, and this
This is the thing I love about fermented veggies. For me to get a huge pile of veggies on the side of my plate, I need to do one of a few things. I need to add a whole bunch of Caesar dressing or ranch, even a fuel pull one, still good, but I have to add a bunch of dressing. Or I have to cook them in butter. I have to make them really flavorful. Just having a salad like this that had no dressing, it would have to have oil and vinegar, something. If I didn't have any of that on the side on my veggies, I would struggle to eat it. But fermented, I need nothing because they are heavenly on their own. Look at that meal. Tell me that doesn't look bombdiggity.com. That looks fabulous. And if I wanted it to be a little cheesy, because I like cheese, I overcooked my Swiss bread. I like cheese on my sloppy joes. And you know what I really like on my sloppy joes? Is Velveeta. But we're not doing that. Okay. So, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. I was just going to tell you what I could do, but I changed my mind. I'm going to actually do it. I have no added fat in this at all. There was no like teaspoon of fat anywhere. So I'm going to do two. Nooch would be good too. I'm going to do 2 light Laughing Cow cheeses and make myself a little cheesy sauce that tastes like Velveeta. Because that Swiss bread's a touch dry. Because I overcooked it a wee bit. Well, hopefully, it is the Laughing Cow. It's on this side of my fridge. I have 2 wedges left, or 3 wedges left in. I made some joy yesterday. I haven't done that in a while. You haven't? You've never tried Slim Sloppy Joes, Jennifer? They're so good. Carrie, over French fries. That sounds fabulous. You could totally put them over delicata fries or jicama fries, pelmeni noodles. Pelmeni rice is my preference over the noodles. That would be really good. I think I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. I talked too much at the dealership yesterday, I guess. Just a little bit of almond milk and 2 wedges of Laughing Cow and 30 seconds in the microwave, and then get out your nooch. Nutritional yeast. If you can find it. Thank you. This is my favorite little cheese sauce to add on top of anything fuel pull. Yeah, it probably is pollen. April. She says it's her strongest muscle. Legit, really. It's probably the car negotiating. I talked numbers too long. All right, 30 seconds in the microwave. The nutritional yeast, I just put like a teaspoon. It helps it come together. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Tiny bit of almond milk, 2 wedges of Laughing Cow, and some nutritional yeast, and just stir it until it's smooth-ish. As long as it's sort of smooth. Even if it's not perfectly smooth, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. There's one thing that you can eat chunky and nobody cares, and that's cheese. Because it's cheese. Nobody cares if it's chunky. I did too, Meredith. And now when I make them for my family, they don't like them anymore. They used to love them. I think I burned them out on sloppy joes. Because the canned kind is like the world's easiest thing. This just leveled up my sloppy joes. Like, legit. I love cheese on my sloppy joes. I need a spoon. Waste not, want not. Get every stitch. And then, go in for a little bowl lick. It's all right. Nobody cares. All right. Doesn't it look even better now? As if it wasn't delicious enough before. Now it's cheesy. And fuel pulley. That is so good. All right. Oh my gosh. That's really good. I'd like to show you what else I've been fermenting. I have 2 big jars that I just did this weekend that are beginning their ferment. But I'm also fermenting a big old thing of green beans. And if you're wondering why it's a different color at the bottom, that's because I had like a half a cup of jardinera that I couldn't fit in my big jar. So I threw it in here and then I just put green beans on top. Never had them, but I'm fermenting green beans. And this one should be ready today. So I think we should give it a try. Look at the bubbles. Look, can you see the bubbles? I fermented berries. Look at the bubbles in there, you guys. It looks like soda pop. I did this in kefir whey. Just a couple tablespoons of kefir whey and then some water. Can you see when I tap that? It's like soda pop bubbles. And look at the foam on top. Let's try it. I'm scared, but they'll be fine. I did not sweeten these at all. There's no sweetener in here. Berries, I just left them as is. I might need to add some berries when I put them in a bowl, but they taste a little boozy. Carrie, there's a possibility you might get drunk off these berries. Whoa, those are boozy. Those taste like champagne. Champagne. I might have some of those with my lunch. I have work to do first though, so I better not get too involved. Because I think those may come with a little happy feelings and a little tickle in the nose. If you know what I'm saying. Oh yes, there's garlic in there too. I put 8 cloves of garlic in there and with my green beans too, Lois. Ooh, those fermented berries are good. Fermented berries only take 3 days. You don't have to do them too much. Beyond that, they'll get moldy. They are super boozy. If you like champagne, you'd like these. If you might like these. Oh, sorry, my phone rang. Tell me you're a THM without telling me you're a THM. Hold my fermented food jar. Look at those bubbles. These legit taste like champagne. Champagne. All right, I gotta go. I have work to do. Let me put those in the fridge. I'm gonna eat those later and get happy. I need to make some tummy tucking ice cream and pour my boozy berries. I'm gonna call them boozy berries. That's my recipe. I'm gonna write a recipe and call it boozy berries. That's what I'm doing. Nobody ever steal it. Those are boozy berries. All right. April, her husband walked through the kitchen the other day and saw her Gen T and said, "You and your rotten jars." My husband calls them my stinky veggie jars. You and your stinky veggies. Those berries are divine. I need to make, when I'm done eating, because you're not eating it, I am. When I'm done eating, I need to make some tummy tucking ice cream. And tonight I need to have boozy berry ice cream. Instead of boysenberry, it's boozenberry. I'm doing it. I have church tonight. I better not eat too many of them. All right, guys, I gotta go. All right, I'll get you the recipe. I will write up a recipe for my boozy berries. And I will do a reel and I will get them out there so you can get them. And I'm gonna go put that in the fridge and I'm gonna go eat. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. If you are not signed up yet for group coaching, why? Come join me. You can join my group anytime ever that you want to, and it's $89 a month. And you can come stay for 1 month, or you can stay for 2, or you can stay for 365 months. It's up to you. But if you'd like to join me, go to my website, joyfullifewithkj.com, click on coaching classes, and there you will see all the different classes and offers that I have for you. And there is so much to be had. There's sugar detox courses, inflammation course coming soon. I have a lot of classes available to you, so don't miss out on those. Because now I have a Honda Odyssey to pay for. So go buy my stuff. Okay, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing